You're scrolling through dealer websites at midnight. That new SUV looks perfect. Monthly payment says $650. You can swing that. Your current car is making noises anyway. You deserve this. Then you remember you've been trying to save for retirement. The calculator's still open in another tab. You close it, you tell yourself you'll figure it out later. Here's what nobody's telling you. The car payment isn't the trap. It's everything around it that's bleeding you dry while you're watching that one number go out of your account every month. Most people think a car costs the purchase price. Wrong. A car costs you the purchase price, plus interest, plus insurance that's doubled since 2020, plus gas that spikes every summer, plus maintenance that gets expensive after year 3, plus registration, plus the opportunity cost of what that money could have done for you instead. And in 2026, every single one of those numbers is worse than it was 5 years ago. In the next minute, I'll show you the real number. The one that matters. Here's the baseline rule. Take your monthly car payment, multiply it by 7. That's closer to what you're actually spending per month when you factor in everything. A $650 payment? You're burning through $4,550 a month in car-related costs. Not all at once, but it's there. Insurance, gas, maintenance, depreciation happening in your driveway while you sleep. If you want simple money math that turns panic into a plan, subscribe. I'm Mint. Let's run the numbers on a typical 2026 new car purchase. You walk into a dealership. You find a mid-range SUV. Sticker price is $42,000. Not luxury, not economy, just average. The dealer works some magic and gets you to $650 a month for 72 months at 7% interest. You drive off feeling like you made a smart move because the payment fits your budget. Here's what just happened. Over 6 years, you'll pay $46,800 just in payments. That's $4,800 in interest alone. But wait, you can't pay a second sale. Insurance on a new car in 2026 averages $2,400 a year. That's another $14,400 over 6 years. Gas, if you're driving 12,000 miles a year at 25 mpg and gas averages $3.80 a gallon, costs you $1,824 a year. 6 years is $10,944. Maintenance and repairs, even with a warranty for the first few years, averages $1,200 a year. That's $7,200. Registration and fees vary by state, but let's call it $400 a year, another $2,400 back. Add it up, $46,800 plus $14,400 plus $10,944 plus $7,200 plus $2,400. That's $81,744 over 6 years. And at the end, your car's worth maybe $18,000 if you're lucky. You spent $81,744 to own something worth $18,000. Net cost to you? $63,744. That's $10,624 a year. That's $885 a month in real cost. You thought you were paying $650. You're actually burning through $885 every single month when you spread it out. Now here's the part people miss. That $885 a month could have done something else. If you invested that same money in a basic index fund averaging 8% returns, in 6 years you'd have $77,000, not $18,000. Not a depreciating asset sitting in your garage. $77,000 working for you. The car didn't cost you $42,000. It cost you the opportunity to have $77,000. Let me show you the alternative scenario, because this is where it gets interesting. Same person, same budget, different choice. Instead of buying new, you buy a 3-year-old certified pre-owned version of the same SUV. Purchase price is $26,000. Someone else already ate the worst depreciation. You finance it for 48 months at 6.5%. Your payment is $615 a month. Feels almost the same as the new car payment, right? But watch what happens. Over 4 years, you pay $29,520 total. Interest is $3,520. Insurance on a used car averages $1,800 a year, so that's $7,200 over 4 years. Gas is the same, $1,824 a year, so $7,296 over 4 years. Maintenance is higher on a used car, let's say $1,800 a year, so $7,200. Registration, same $400 a year, $1,600 total. Total cost over 4 years, $29,520 plus $7,200 plus $7,296 plus $7,296 plus $7,296. That's $52,816. At the end of 4 years, your car's worth about $14,000. Net cost to you? $38,816. That's $9,704 a year. That's $809 a month in real cost. You just saved $76 a month compared to the new car. Doesn't sound like much until you realize that's over 6 years. But here's the real win. You're done paying in 4 years instead of 6. Years 5 and 6, you're payment-free except for insurance, gas, and maintenance. That's maybe $400 a month instead of $885. In year 5 and 6, you take that $485 difference and invest it. 2 years of investing $485 a month at 8% gives you another $12,600. Plus, you've saved $76 a month for the first 4 years. That's another $3,648. Total savings? Over $16,000 just by buying 3 years used instead of new. But don't do this yet. There's a third option most people won't even consider. What if you didn't buy at all? What if you kept your current car running for 2 more years while you saved up cash? Let's say your current car needs $2,000 in repairs to stay reliable for 24 months. You're still paying insurance and gas, but no payment. You take that $650 you would have spent on a payment and invest it instead. 2 years at $650 a month, invested at 8%, gives you $16,700. Add in the money you're not spending on higher insurance for a new car, another $1,200 saved over 2 years, you've now got $17,900 in cash. Then you buy a $17,900 used car outright. Number loan. No interest, no payment. Your insurance is cheaper. Your opportunity cost is zero because you're not financing anything. This is the game. It's not about never having a car. It's about understanding what a car actually costs you and making the move that doesn't destroy your wealth building years. Here's where people get trapped. They walk into a dealership focused on one number, the monthly payment. The dealer knows this. They'll stretch the loan from 60 months to 72 months to 84 months to make that payment look affordable. You're nodding your head because $650 fits your budget, but they just added 2 extra years of interest. They just added 2 extra years of full coverage insurance. They just added 2 extra years of depreciation. The affordable payment is the trap. It makes you feel like you're being responsible when you're actually agreeing to pay more total money over more time for something that loses value the entire time you own it. The fix is simple. Stop asking, what's the monthly payment? Start asking, what's the total cost over the life of ownership? If a dealer can't answer that, walk out. If you can't calculate it yourself in 5 minutes, you're not ready to buy. Here's what changes the outcome. 3 levers. You can pull 1, 2, or all 3. Lever 1, buy used instead of new. The 3-year mark is the sweet spot. Most of the depreciation is gone. The car still has plenty of life. You cut your total cost by 30% to 40% instantly. Lever 2, keep the car longer. Every year you keep a paid-off car is a year you're not making a payment. If you normally trade in every 6 years, keep it for 10 instead. Those last 4 years are nearly payment-free. Just insurance, gas, and maintenance. You're saving $500 to $700 a month. That's $24,000 to $33,600 over 4 years. That money can go straight into investments. Lever 3, go car light or car free if your life allows it. This isn't realistic for everyone, but if you live somewhere with decent transit or can bike to work, you just freed up $800 to $1,000 a month. That's $9,600 to $12,000 a year. Invest that for 10 years at 8%, and you've got $174,000. A car didn't just cost you $42,000. It cost you the chance to have $174,000. Now, let me show you the mint move. This is what you do this week if you're serious about not getting trapped. First, calculate your current car's real monthly cost, not just the payment. Add up insurance, gas, maintenance, registration. Divide your annual total by 12. That's your real number. Write it down. Most people have never done this, and it's terrifying when you see it. Now, you're doing justification for a $50,000 tenancy. That's a big down for a $50,000. Second, decide your freedom number. How much do you need in retirement or financial independence? Let's say it's $1.5 million. Now ask yourself, would you rather have a new car today or $77,000 more toward that number in 6 years? This isn't about deprivation. It's about choosing what you want more. Third, if you absolutely need a different car, run the 3-scenario math before you step foot in a dealership. New versus used versus keeping your current car and repairing it. See the numbers, then make the choice with your eyes open. You might still buy new, but at least you'll know what it's really costing you. Here's the truth about cars in 2026. Prices are up. Interest rates are still high compared to 2020. Insurance has nearly doubled in some states. Gas isn't going down long term, and every single one of those costs is friction against your ability to build wealth. A car is not an investment, it's an expense. It's a tool. The question isn't whether you need one. The question is, how much of your future are you willing to trade for it? Most people spend $40,000 to $60,000 on cars over a decade and end up with nothing. No asset, just years of payments. If you redirect even half of that into investments, you're looking at an extra $200,000 to $300,000 by retirement. That's the real cost. That's what the dealership isn't telling you. The car payment feels small because it's spread out, but time is your most valuable asset when it comes to money. Every dollar you spend on a car today is a dollar that can't compound for the next 20 or 30 years, and compounding is how you win. So here's the recap. The sticker price is a lie. The real cost is 7 times your monthly payment when you factor in everything. Buying used cuts that cost by 30% to 40%. Keeping a car longer saves you $24,000 to $33,000 over 4 extra years. And every dollar you don't spend on a car is a dollar that can turn into $3 or $4 by the time you retire. If you want to see how the same math applies to your other big expenses, watch the video on why your house might be costing you more than you think. It's the same trap, bigger numbers.